What's going on tonight, y'all? This is the Battle Blaster coming back at you tonight. Um, I've been in some deep thought since uh, this war in the Ukraine has been going on. Saturday morning, I woke up and I had like this big epiphany. Now, I hear a lot of black people on YouTube and other little platforms, especially ones here in America. They sit down, excuse me. They're sitting down saying, "Oh man, I'm just gonna get my popcorn. I'm gonna sit back and watch this and laugh at it. Ha 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 hee hee hee." All right, let me tell you something. I just watched TD Hip Hop's his post that he just dropped about what's happened over there in Ukraine when it comes to the black students over there, the African black students over there, and how these white people, everybody's trying to get out of there, but you have these white supremacists over there, and they just can't leave well enough alone. They're stopping them from getting on a train. They're stopping them from crossing the border from Ukraine to Poland. They don't care if anyone else, like if they're white trying to evacuate, but they're trying to stop the black people from evacuating. They're using intimidating tactics. I'm going to tell you something. The same thing that he posted, I've been writing about this since Saturday. And my worst fear can come true, because it will come true. See, United States of America, if this ever goes down, and it will go down, because this is the precursor of World War III coming. And when it comes here and it drops its bomb over here and starts the shit, black people, we got to understand, we need to become a unit. Now, a lot of you might sit up here and say, well, what you mean we need to be a unit? Listen, we can't keep fighting against each other. We already got so many people fighting against us. We got the whites, we got the Asians, we got the Hispanics, we got the Indians, we got the Native Americans. We got every other culture who's coming in here and willing to suppress us in any possible way, any way possible. And just watching TD Hip Hop's video today, it proved my assumptions. Because I've noticed something, even during wartime, in the World War I and World War II or Korean War, white people have always, and I'm going to say this again, they have always found time to try to shit on us or fight us, jump us, kill us, suppress us. And that doesn't even count as there was a young woman, and there continuing to be this. There was a young, beautiful black sister who was murdered by 3 ranking officers in the military. Now, she's overseas fighting for this piece of shit ass country. And they ended up killing this girl over, I think she was in Iraq or Kuwait, around there. They raped her and killed her. And nothing happened to them. They weren't court-martialed or nothing. That reminds me of when I was in the military and I had to deal with racial bullshit. How I was fighting all the time and getting reprimanded by my higher ups, my COs. You know what I mean? And it wasn't even my fault. It was assholes like, the guys that I was in there with, and one of them, his daddy was a rear admiral. So he would get a lot of preferential treatment. Privilege, total white privilege. And that put me in a place of really not trusting these people. If they do that to me, and they done that to other individuals from World War I all the way to the Vietnam War, all the way up until now, even brothers' ancestors deal with racism from their so-called fellow officers in uniform. So what makes you think that when we're being attacked here in a country from an outside source, we're going to have to watch everybody, even the ones who's coming in to do damage? We have to watch out for the individuals who surrounds us. They will murder us, they will kill us, because we become easy pickings. Case in point, if you remember, during the time of when the levees broke over in I'm gonna say Oklahoma, in New Orleans, when Hurricane Katrina came through and supposedly broke down the levees, which they said, and I believe this, the government had something to do with it, because they wanted that real estate back, and they would have did anything to get the blacks out of there. So check this out. They said that there were brothers trying to get from where they were at, just to get out of the zone, out of the flood zone. And white people was taking up arms, they were shooting at them, to kill. Even if they're just passing by, they were shooting to kill. Some even just threw guns on them, like, you better keep walking, because there ain't nothing here for you. You know what I mean? These people are so hateful. Even in a time of crisis, they will find the time to make us their target. We will become easy pickings as such of that. What I'm trying to say, what I mean is, as such of that. What went down in New Orleans, what went down in Vietnam, what went down in Korea. My uncles and them should tell me how they would fight the officers in the military, because they always had something smart to say, something disrespectful to say. And then they always would try to jump up on, like, if it's one or two guys, it'll be 5 or 6 of them. They could never fight you one-on-one. It was impossible. Because they knew that, if it was one guy against one, they'd probably get their heads blown. Same shit that goes on today in the military today. And just knowing what happened in the Ukraine, how the military wouldn't let them get on. The militias and the military worked together to keep those black people at bay, so they couldn't get on those trains. They couldn't get over across that border. You understand what I'm saying? And then the funny thing about this, and I'm gonna tell you how cowardly these sons of bitches are. The president of Ukraine said, any Ukrainian male, any male from the age of 20 on up, he said, please, he put a decree in it. Do not leave and pick up arms and fight back. Pick up arms and fight back. There are people over there fighting back, but the ones that was out there picking on the black people trying to get out of there, a lot of them bitches were pussies. They weren't even trying to fight back. They were trying to get on that plane, on that boat. I mean, not on a boat, excuse me. They was going to try to get on that train and trying to get across that border so they could be safe. See, this is white supremacy. White supremacy is one big bunches of pussies. You understand what I'm saying? It took a group of them to come over and destroy another group that was smaller than them. And then as they were like germs, they just went through the country and just wiped everything out. It's like Tasmania. There's not no Tasmanians around anymore because they wiped the Tasmanians off the face of the earth. They wiped off the Tasmanian devil, off the animal itself, off the earth. There has been other tribes that these people have wiped off the face of the earth because they are walking germs. They are walking disaster. They are their own apocalypse upon this planet. And this is all they do is murder, kill, rob, and steal. I'm going to tell you a little story. I remember, and I think I talked about this. I can't find it. Like I said, I think they scrubbed the internet of it. Anything. And like I said, I got a friend of mine who works in television. And I think I'm going to ask him if he could find it for me. If he can, I'm going to ask him just to download it and put it in my phone or whatever. Or send it to my phone. I keep talking about this, and I want y'all to listen very carefully what I'm telling you. When the day that Obama won the presidency, the next day, you had people, you had John Boehner, you had old Basset Hound face, what's that, the sleepy turtle looking motherfucker. He like a Basset Hound in the face. He don't even got muscles to smile, I don't think. Mitch McConnell. It wasn't Marco Rubio. I think it was Ted Cruz and like a couple other, it was like 5 of them. A couple other Republicans. And I remember them saying, we will do everything in our power. Quote, I'm going to say this, quote, unquote. We will do everything in our power to make sure that Barack Obama is a one-term president. That means even if we have to destroy this country ourselves. Do you understand? These son of a bitches would rather destroy a country than rather see us in charge, or to see us get ahead, or to get us be on some fair ground shit. This is what I'm thinking, and I might be a little wrong, but I want you to listen very carefully. We're talking about reparations, right? They don't want to hear it. So they see that we're pushing and that we're getting closer to it. Well, we got to do something. Well, we could start a war. All right, let's let that happen. Or it could be one of these motions. We know that the blacks is not taking this taking the jab, and the world is fighting back against the jab, and we're not getting our quota like we need to get. So in order for us to get more of a death quota, because the ones that have taken it, I don't think the poison is taking control. Let's start this war. Let the nuclear war fallout kill a lot of the people. Now, mind you this. Washington, D.C., the capital, everything up there is basically like a ghost town. There's nobody really in the White House. There's nobody really in the Congress or, in the Senate. There's nobody really up there unless they have to go up there for something. But as far as that, it's a fucking ghost town. Doesn't that ring a bell? Doesn't that make you think, like, why is it no one up there? Why is it so quiet in DC? You don't see no politicians, no statesmen or lawmakers or whatever walking up and down the street or walking through the town. Because honestly, I think these motherfuckers already know, well, it's about to hit World War III. We got to get out of here. Because when they drop that bomb, the first place they're going to drop it is on D.C. The blast radius will even touch here in New Jersey. We'll get an aftermath blow by. It hits New York or Philadelphia, we definitely done. Because we're not that far away from it. So when you look at this, something don't smell right. Something is rotten in Denmark. I smell a dead rat. People don't see or hear or understand. But something is going on and something about to come down. I said this since 2019. I said I give it between now and 225. We're going to be in another war. We're going to hit World War III. And black people, we got to stop thinking that when this war breaks out, these white folks will be too busy trying to fight for themselves. No, they will have militias come here in this town trying to wipe us out because they feel like, or they're gonna feel like, yo, we know these motherfuckers ain't got no arms, they ain't got nothing to protect themselves. Let's go ahead on and wipe them out while we got a chance, and let's do this. Bitch, while somebody's out here trying to wipe you off the face of this globe, off this continent, you so worried about us, you're willing to kill us off in how you say it, in the hopes that if everything works out, you can get back on top. But 9 times out of 10, you'll be dead just along with us. And black people, we gotta start working together, because guess what? If we don't, we're gonna fucking perish together. Regardless, if we don't work together, we're going to perish together. That's just the simple fact of it all. You sit back and you worry about other bullshit. Oh yeah, you know what pisses me off? This is this right here. The male and female. Oh, the women don't want to be with the men, and the men don't want to be with the woman. You let white people get in the way of both of us. You allowed the white man to give you his little shitty education, women, and tell you that you are better than us because you got his shitty ass education. You're making a little bit more money or a couple grand more than we make. Oh, I'm educated. I got this type of job. I got that type of... Okay, that's fine. So pick your mates properly. Get you a man who is doing well or got something going on for himself, who wants to move forward in his life together with you. This way, y'all guys can move in together and move forward. But when this shit all fucking comes down, because it's about to come down now. When it all comes down, you're going to be hoping you have a man. You're going to be hoping you got a roughneck. You're going to be hoping you got a man that got some weaponry. I can see a lot of you heifers right now. Oh, help me. You're going to run to the cops. The cops are going to shoot and kill you because you know what? You're easy pickings. You are the most easy picking to get to wipe off the face of the earth. They're going to be killing you just for sport. Shit, if I'm going to die, I'm going to take a couple of these niggas with me. And you going to be like, but we at war, we're Americans. No, they don't look at us as Americans. They look at us as the enemy. We are the enemy of the state. We are still 3/5 of a human being to them. That's why they can run around here and killing us and get off scot-free willy-nilly. This is why these motherfuckers went down to the Capitol and threw an insurrection, and a lot of these bitches just get slaps on the wrist because this is white man's country. We have no fucking say-so in this place. We should have been fighting for say-so since MLK. We should have kept it going on, but instead we had fell into the notion that we had got some type of we've got some type of leeway in this country for MLK's sacrifice, him and Malcolm's sacrifice. And we actually didn't move not too much of a hair, probably a couple inches. And there we have always been. I remember telling people don't vote for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. And I gave them the rundown why not to vote for them too. Oh, well, what should we do? Vote for Trump? I didn't say vote for Trump, but you could vote independent. You could vote for a Republican that you know ain't going to win. You could vote for a Democrat that you know you ain't going to win. You know, you could vote for an independent that you know they ain't going to win. If you feel like you got to vote. But we should have set out that vote a long time ago. I stopped voting when Trump got in office. I stopped voting then. Because you know what woke me up, it really helped me to pay attention to politics, was Barack Obama. When I figured out that he was nothing but an empty suit and all he was white supremacy's the do boy, I stopped fucking with politics like that. Let's put this. I've always paid attention from there when it comes to politics from that moment on. But I do not vote far as the presidency. Because in all truthfulness, our votes never do count. You know what I'm saying? So people, understand one thing, and I'm gonna come to an end on this one. Understand that we have no friends, we have no allies. Every day the Spanish population shows us who they are and how they live. I was at work the other day, and the guy shows me a picture of him when he was little. And he said, yeah, I was a little white boy. He was proud. He was proud to call himself a little white boy. No, he was a little Spanish kid with blondish hair and your eyes were a little bluish. And now you grown man, your eyes are brown and your hair is brown too. And on top of it, you dress like a little Spanish kid with the white sweat socks and the Payless penny loafer shoes y'all wear with the tassels on the front. No offense, I'm just joking, but truthfully, that's the whole point. When you have people who want to sit there talking about they white and all that, and these people they fought to be white, so they take how you say, they take pride, they take ambush in that the fact that they think they're white. Like I told y'all before about a friend of mine, he went to Spain, talking about he was looking for his roots, and when they asked him where he was from, he's like, no, I'm from wherever the hell he's. He was like, he didn't say he was from Jersey. I think he said he was from Boston because that's where he's from. Like, as far as like as they got, as a kid, And he's like, no. Where are you from? Then he's like, oh, I'm from Jersey. I'm from, blah blah blah. The lady's like, no, where's your people from? Oh, we from Puerto Rico, but they people from Spain. The lady said, no, you're not Spaniard. She said, you're a Puerto Rican. I forgot, she called him a name, which means like basically they mutts, they half breeds. And do you know that man felt so bad after that? He wouldn't tell me for a minute, but when he finally told me, now this is a friend of mine, when he finally told me how they treated him, he said he felt like shit. And you know what he told me? He said, one thing about black people, y'all never ever made me feel bad about anything. He said, y'all always made me feel like welcomed and this, that, the other. He said, when I go to Spain, where I think my people are from, and they told me straight up, they told me I'm not. They basically told me I'm a mutt. I'm a half breed. I ain't even, and they don't even look at me as that. I forgot what they called them, but it means like, in other words, to them it means like a nigga almost. That's what it basically means. Like, you ain't really one of us. You're a mutt. And like I said, you got Asian folks out here. They want to team up with white folks bad, and they got their little crime bill, so they're doing everything they can to shit on us. Pretty soon the Arabs will be over here. Well, not the Arabs, but the Palestinians. They're coming in here. Them and whatever the other guys are. They're coming in here. So I'm about to close this down real quick because now I'm getting a little settled. But like I said, I want y'all to realize, if things come down, and let me try to elaborate this one piece in here real quick. About 4 or 5 years ago, there was some white supremacists that went and rode up in this black apartment complex down in Atlanta, Georgia, down in the Georgia area. And the kid and his girlfriend, they said it was a girl driver, and they never knew what kind of car. I forgot what kind of car it was, they said, but they said that they didn't get the license plate. But the girl drove up. They had tinted windows. They said the girl drove up. The guy jumps out with an AR-15, and he shoots up the housing development. Thank God no one was hit or hurt or anything like that. But you mean to tell me with the casings, you didn't get a fingerprint off one of the casings, or you didn't get no type of evidence? And if the gun is legal, doesn't it leave markings that's supposed to be, you can match? That's how forensic does it. They match the casings to make sure that they can find the person who did it. Now, like I said, unless it was a rifle that was never I'm about to say stocked. it was never reported, or given the once over by the law, so they can take all the ballistics on the gun. But you see how that all worked out. Them people, nobody never knew what the hell happened to that guy and that woman. Makes you think, huh? Like I said, we as a people, we have no friends. We are surrounded by nothing but enemies. And I'm not sitting up here saying all the people are enemies, because we might have a couple of people who will probably rock with us. Not many. But a lot of these people, they're on the side of white supremacy. And they feel that, we're on the winning side, but when they figure it out they're on the losing side, they'll be the same ones trying to come back saying, oh, I always stood with you. No, you didn't. You keep your ass across that color line right there. So whatever happens to you is something that you deserve, because you helped push this narrative, and you helped push harm upon us. So as Tariq would say, hold your own nuts on this one. All right, y'all. This is the Battle Blasted. I'm getting up out of here. I'm about to pass out, go to sleep.